Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video, I'm going to take you through the Forex Market Wrap. I'm going to highlight the currency pairs that we did in the week ahead analysis and see what happened this week. So going on to the news, had quite a bit of red letter news data this week, but none really surrounding the US dollar too much apart from the retail sales, which would have been eyed up by investors to see if we were to see sort of a slowing pace across the board, and we didn't see that in the end. We actually saw quite a significant jump in core retail sales as well as retail sales. We saw a jump from 0% and 0.1% to 1.3% respectively, so quite a significant move there. However, dollar didn't really budge off of this news. We didn't really see much out of it even after PPI data came out lower than expected and the same as previous. Dollar didn't really do much this week, so looking to see if it will spark back to life again next week. In other news, we had pound CPI data came in at 11.1%. We also had the monetary policy report hearings out of the UK as well as the budget release in the UK. So pound acted slightly negative from that news, but has since sort of recovered that sort of weakness. We did see pound dollar at one point up to 1.2, which we'll have a look at in a second. Oz employment came out better than anticipated and the employment rate dropped, so Australian dollar had some decent data out this week as well. So let's go see what happened to the charts. Really, it's going to be quite a short video, I think, because the dollar didn't really do much. You can see price here on the US dollar index. That was our week of trading and we didn't really see a lot from it. We basically ranged between sort of the 107 handle down to sort of the 105.20s. That was a sort of PPI day where we had that little bit of disappointing news and price drove to the downside, but after that we didn't really do much in the market. What we thought this week would probably see some kind of recovery from last week because we saw such huge sort of moves last week, so we were expecting some kind of recovery before a continuation. So maybe that's what we'll get next week. Maybe this is the recovery that we're seeing at the moment, and next week we'll see the continuation of a bit of dollar weakness. So how did that shape up on the pound? So again, this was pretty much the pound's week in here. It didn't really do much apart from coming up into that 1.2 level, rejecting price, then pushed to the downside. However, we are remaining above the 118 handle, which is quite significant in the market. You can see the 118 here acting as support and resistance in the past. So the fact that price is still above that level, does suggest that maybe, we could still see prices climb higher here for the pound dollar. Going on to the dollar yen then, so the only thing we expected from the dollar yen really was the rejection of the 138 handle, which is what we got. So if you were looking at dollar yen around the 138 handle, you could have been looking for long ideas in and around that area, and it did in fairness jump a couple hundred pips from that area up to the 140, but again you can see pretty much a range bound week. It's not really giving us much detail for the dollar going into this week. I think this week was mainly better looking at cross pairs for your opportunities. Going into dollar Swiss then, so the one thing we did say about dollar Swiss was we're at the 0 spot 94.50 handle. We did talk about these lows here at the 0 spot 94 where price could find some support again. Lots of aggressive bearishness coming into this week, so we expected some kind of recovery from that, and you can see although price has recovered, we haven't really gone anywhere aggressively. If we took the sort of range of Friday's candle last week, price has pretty much stayed within that range, even half of that range. So not really any buyers around at the moment to try and trade prices higher here. So is that dollar momentum going to continue into next week? That's what we're going to have to look at in the week ahead analysis video. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. Unfortunately, it wasn't that much of an exciting week in the end, but these things happen. Thanks for watching the video updates anyway, and I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more of our Forex trading content. Speak to you soon.